Was that take any good, Ernie?
Well, if I could get some work done.
Hey, you know, Ernie and I are actually here in the studio, and we have this habit. It's kind of our weekly schedule. And when we get done with Tuesday night show, we come in on Wednesday and we do, besides a lot of other work that we have on our plate. Hey, good afternoon, Scott. How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Christopher, St. John, good to see you. And you were first. I saw you type that in. So we're actually shooting the teaser for next week's show. Justin Garcia, hey, Kip. Hey, Justin. He only have one camera on. I keep pointing at the camera I'm used to over there. It was okay. So we are shooting the teaser for next week's video. Man, they're popping in. Hey, Kip. Hey, John. How you doing? What's up, Derek? Drew Jones. Hey, what's up, Drew? Good afternoon. Gerard Barron. I think I got that right. Bring back the Solo Classic. Hey, Brandon, I see you on that. You know, we did bring the Solo Classic back once before. We can talk about that on a future show. Good afternoon, Rodolfo. How you doing, man?
Hey,
Fun surprise day. What's up, Alan?
Hey, Kipper. We
Yo.
got visitors. Just go on out there and get on.
Come on out. Hey, what
go
do we got
right
in the
on
studio?
out there.
Come on. Hey,
go on
JW.
out there.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on out, man.
Guess who's here?
So, anyhow, guys.
The star of next week's
Hello, hey,
show.
Kevin here. Hello, family. Good to see you. Grip it, rip it, and kip it. Hey, Thumper, I like that one. Now, that's a kipism I can live with. Kicker on a Wednesday. Hey, Mr. Barber, how you doing, man? Justin Symes, hello. Slade Bowcut, hello, Kicker. Man, we have 56 people. We didn't even announce this. So anyhow, what we got going on here, by the way, this guy over here is the guy who can fire me. And this guy over here is, you know who this is. This is JW. This is Jeremy. He's behind the screen every day. But Ernie and I have a habit that we come in on Wednesday, and besides all the other work that we tell this guy we're actually doing so we get a paycheck every other Friday, we actually shoot the teaser for next week. And so Ernie and I have been doing that. We actually had some other work that we're doing with one of our regional sales managers. So we thought we're just going to go live for 10, 15 minutes because it's ironic that 67 of you actually tuned in with no advance notice and you're actually watching this. So, hey, Devian Sims, make a new horse. That's a good idea. Donna Coley, hello. Or Dave and Cole, sorry about that. Rick Miller, Thumper, Justin Kirby.
There's Rick Simony.
Oh, hey, Rick.
Hey, Tiny.
What's up, man? Good to see you on the feed here. Please, here, blah, 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 blah. I love the whole atmosphere and team at Kicker. I can't wait to come back and spend some more time there. Hey, Drew, man, thanks, Drew. Man, that's a real nice comment for you to say on that. And we loved having you here. Love to have you come back and do another visit. On break at work, perfect timing. Hey, Justin, I knew it'd work for you. That's why we did it. But, you know, if you're tuned in tonight, we're shooting the teaser for next week. And this is kind of ironic because next week's show actually involves you.
And he crashed this.
With my clothes on?
With his clothes on, but we've got some good ideas about how we're going to arrange the furniture. Maybe you guys have seen this show before. We think we're going to bring in like an old dilapidated couch. We're going to set Kevin on it. We're going to interrogate him for questions. And maybe we can put a red blinking light in the corner that says record.
I'm going to put this on you, boss.
You know what?
Put that in your pocket.
Yeah, how about if I do kind of like the guy sleeping on the couch in the Half-Baked movie?
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
it's going to be.
Kind of fits.
You know, it's kind of funny. Kevin never shows up in the studio, so I'm actually thinking he's here to hand out pink slips. So this might be the last time you hear from any of us. So just keep that in mind.
It's over.
It's over. Good run while we did it, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we'll pack this all up.
Where's Drew?
Small black couch, question mark.
I don't know, Drew. What do you think? It might work for us. So actually, next week's show is going to be pretty interesting because what we're doing is Kevin Campbell, literally, he is the director of marketing here at Kicker, and you've been in the industry for 45 years?
1974. When was that?
Be 1 year less than the length of this company, so 46 years? Mm-hmm. So you've been in the industry a long time.
Yes.
And Kevin's been in the industry such a long time that we felt it'd be cool to, since we got him right here and he's at our disposal, and we could embarrass him on camera and he couldn't fire us for it because it's part of our job.
Yeah, indeed.
Is we're going to have Kevin on next Thursday, and I don't want to let any cats out of the bag on that one because I want everyone to tune in and watch it, but it is going to be a really cool show. You talk about old school stereo, the history of not just Kicker, but the history of car audio. This guy has got more fingers in the pie than most anyone else I could pull out of the hat.
I've been kicked out of nicer places than this.
You have been kicked out.
So, yeah, that'll be fun. Hopefully they'll find it interesting. If not, get your own couch and, curl up.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to tune in today, and thanks for everyone for doing this. And of course, everyone knows JW. He's now back in the film. He feels like he can come back now. I mean, after Drew said black couch, you're okay.
I'm in.
He's so there's nothing I'm saying here that this guy hasn't already said. I mean, he says things in meetings that I'm like, is HR knocking at the door yet? I mean, I'm thinking they should be here.
What could go wrong on a couch?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I sleep on them quite well.
Exactly. We've all been sent there.
So the
Yeah.
JW's get my what?
He's out.
He's out.
He's checking.
So I know a lot of you guys in the feed were here last night. If you've got any comments about last night's show, good or bad, I'd love to hear it in the feed right now, kind of see what you think about what we did last night. It was an interesting show. Ernie and I actually set that up a couple days prior, did some testing, and it was pretty cool to see the results of that. Hope no one takes any offense on it. We're not trying to beat up on anyone that offers copper-covered aluminum wire. We're just trying to show the real-world differences between the two technologies, and so you can make an informed decision. The thing that's really frustrating for us is when someone's been sold down the pike so far that they think CCA does the same thing as OFC and it's just less money, and it's not the case. I mean, as you guys know, we see lots of problems in ER and upstairs in customer support where guys are having amplifier issues, and it always boils down to undersized wire, not full spec wire, or it's CCA wire, and that's what's causing the issue. So hopefully you guys got, my goodness, if you're married, you've been on the couch. Yeah, that's true, Derek. If you've been married, you've been on the couch. Good call, Derek.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, if you haven't been on the couch,
Hey.
you're not doing it right.
Hey, is Jeremy back there with you, Ernie? He's popped some comments on the screen. Time to come do his job.
So
Kicker
Jeremy,
trying to get
we
me in
wanna
trouble
see
at work.
some
Edad, we're
comments
not
on
trying to get you in
screen.
trouble. It is all
want
about
you to do
choice.
your job.
You can hit that button and watch that video, or you can not. But I'm glad that you want to hit the button and watch it. That's good for us. Loving my CS6. Last night's show was awesome. Mike and Jesse Craner. Thanks for that, Mike. Yeah, we really were excited to do that show, and we're going to look to do other tests that are similar to that to show how real-world application of science can help you make better decisions on technology. As this guy can tell you, there's a lot of snake oil that can be in the industry.
Oh, indeed. And a lot of it's wrapped in aluminum.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah, it is. But hey, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, you're fine.
This, but you guys out there, I'm sure you share the feeling I have. What an incredible effort these guys are making every week, and the way Kip comes across on camera in a real, genuine way. You can't fake this, and I'm so proud of what we're doing, and we're really passionate about audio, that's obvious, but man, this is a ton of work, and I so admire everything that goes into this behind the scenes and on camera, and we'd love to get your feedback so that we can keep focusing on what will help everybody enjoy their hobby or their craft or their career more, and that's the whole point, and to do it with our product.
Hey, I see, Jeremy, there's one beneath. Let me get that one. Go down to Alan right there. Alan, there you go. One more. Alan, boom, hit it. There, thank you. Alan Brockhaus. Hopefully I got your name right, Alan. If I butcher anyone's name, I apologize. I was kind of expecting y'all to use a warhorse to stress out the walnut, though I totally understand why you didn't. Well, obviously, we're probably going to have something like a warhorse maybe someday. You never know.
It could happen.
Could happen. And if we have something like a warhorse someday, I guess we could use that to stress test the wire. The biggest issue with using a warhorse to do the stress test back there is the warhorse is a very unique amplifier in its design. There's two outputs, but it's not output one and same output again. It's actually positive swing and negative swing. So literally you have to, must be a good comment.
Oh, Barber wants more cowbell.
More cowbell solves everything.
Yeah. Hey, Steve.
And what's difficult about a warhorse is you can't take like a Steve Mead Designs AMM1, and because you're not getting both the positive and the negative swing through one wire. It's actually, you have to use a dual voice coil woofer, and the output of one of the warhorse just simply makes the speaker go up the positive swing, and output 2 makes the woofer goes through the negative swing. So using a warhorse to do that kind of testing, we really can't show the real world power on a standard meter setup. Our engineers can calculate it. They can do it on an AP1, so that's why we used a couple of KX2400s. It was easier to set up and actually be able to show you both amplifiers either making full power over the wire, or as you could see, they weren't even capable of making full power over the CCA. So that's why no warhorse, but
Hey,
we know
Kip,
why.
Samuel's asking what was for lunch today.
Oh, what was for lunch today at Kicker? Man, Samuel, I'm glad you asked. You know, the only people who went to lunch today together was Ernie and myself, and we went down to, of all places, Olive Garden, and we had the soup and salad, all-you-can-eat buffet.
Good call. Good
And
call.
so we grazed like rabbits and had a bowl of soup.
But you know, what's cool is tomorrow we are having a company lunch, and we've been doing this all about once or twice a month throughout the whole pandemic. And so Jay Ralston, our general manager, and one of the other folks that oversees our customer service are going to be barbecuing for us tomorrow. So we're getting hot dogs and all kinds of other stuff, and yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Absolutely. That's living loud in a bun.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the general manager's cooking.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's pretty cool about the GM, and he's actually going to be behind the grill cooking, so it's kind of unique. And we do other things, like if we have a really successful month or quarter, I mean, they'll bring in a service that'll come in. We have a local place. If you're not from Oklahoma, you wouldn't know what it is, but there's a little town about 25, 30 minutes from here called Pawnee, and they have a little hole in the wall. I mean, it is Oklahoma. It is a hole in the wall called Clicks.
Yum.
And, you know, when I say sirloin, a lot of you, like a sirloin steak is not, you know, it's not considered a great cut of steak.
True.
Really, it's
True.
not. But Clicks, they have some kind of magic sauce that they cook their steaks in over there, and they take a piece of sirloin, and when it's done, it's just like, oh my God, is it good?
Yeah, exactly. So we're treated well. We work hard, but we're treated extremely well, and
It was good.
you know, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
Just say, Jeremy's got something to say.
Yeah, so, you talk about food. It's been about a month or so now that we've done a pizza dinner giveaway.
Oh,
It
yeah.
has been a while. You saying we need to do another one?
I'm thinking so.
Well, you know, we don't have a Gleam link set up for one yet, so why don't we do this? Why don't we get Bill Frog on a Gleam link, and maybe we'll go live in the next few days randomly and announce a pizza contest.
I
That's
like
a good
it.
idea.
You like that?
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's your budget that's getting hit, Jeremy, so you
I
tell
know,
me.
But I think it's time. Let's do it.
Okay. Well, you heard it from JW. He's ready to give away another pizza dinner. So stay tuned. Next few days, I guess we're going to go live and announce another pizza thing here on the show. I'm just looking at the comment. I'll be through Oklahoma on my way. I'll stop by. Hey, Bobby, if you're going to be through sometime, give us a heads up and let us know. We'd love to see you. Stop on by. We can show you the studio. It's pretty cool. And if you're at the right timing, we could go to lunch.
Yeah,
So-
and then Robert goes through Pawnee all the time, apparently.
Oh, RVH, you're through Pawnee quite a bit. Hey, Robert, have you ever been to Clicks? If you have, comment in the feed. If you haven't, you need to stop and try it. It's really
Absolutely.
good stuff.
Chicken fried steak.
Kicker.
Oh, leave room for dessert.
Yeah, oh yeah, their desserts are.
Yeah.
I mean, and at Clicks, I mean, they're not shy about it. They just put out a block of cheese. I mean, it's a block of cheese about the size of this power bar right here. And you
Yeah.
just go over and cut off what you want at the buffet. It's a small but very tasteful salad bar buffet. It's a great place. If you've never tried Clicks, especially Robert, if you haven't, you need to stop at that place. It's good. It's good stuff. Someone said something about making brisket. I'm always about having a good brisket.
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, just bring it.
We got to stop talking about food.
Hey, what's that? What's Drew Jones' comment there? I think a lot of people don't understand the size of Kicker. Hearing you talking about different managers and such is crazy. Then you mentioned last night 200 plus employees. Yeah, I think right now, Drew, we're actually sitting about 230.
Yeah.
I'm always hesitant to give an exact number because I don't want someone to say, you lied. So I always say 200 plus.
Yeah.
But
you
right,
and me may be out
Yeah,
tonight.
we could both be out tonight.
Yeah, there should be about 228 of them.
Steve Irby might come by and say, there were 230 employees, but now we're at 228. And would you know that
made an
happens to be
adjustment.
you guys?
Yeah, it just happened, you know. But anyway, I'm going to go back and sleep on the couch.
Okay, perfect.
So,
Well, you
but
don't run off.
Good
It was
to see
just
you.
good. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, I had some good news for you on something else, but
Well,
anyway.
share in a minute.
Yeah, in a minute.
Perfect.
But anyway, see you guys.
And by the way,
Take care.
seriously, Kevin is joining us next Thursday, and it's going to be a fun show. You're going to want to tune in. It's going to be a lot of historical stuff on car audio. Nah, he's not going to do that. First off, I won't
promise.
let him. But I'm going to try to coax some of the cool stories out of Kevin about his time in the industry. And there's some of them that if you don't end up doing the curly shuffle and laughing on the floor, then you're not paying attention because they're hilarious.
Well, they're all true. Some of them might not. Well, we shouldn't share them all.
No,
So-
we're going to share them all. Well, we
right.
won't share them all on Thursday. We're going to share some on Thursday.
There you go.
Because we got to bring you back for part 2.
Fair enough.
Good enough.
Bye, folks.
So everyone, Kevin Campbell, he is the director of marketing here at Kicker. He's the guy that all of us here in the studio report to. So good, bad, or indifferent, he's the guy you get to blame. So 77 people, Steve Barber. Bye, Kevin. Bye. See you, Kevin. That was actually Steve Barber. Later, Kevin. Hey, Rick just said later. So if kicker comes to all right, hey, bring up Andy McGill real quick. Were you there, Jeremy? Up above. There you go. Bring it up. Will you bring an L7X show? Okay, Andy, just to let everybody know who's watching the feed, obviously all of us are dealing with the entire last year of COVID and the implications of what it's caused and everything. So, things are getting better, things are loosening up, and we're all happy to see it, but we've had to make decisions on which shows we'll go to in person, which ones we haven't. We're probably intentionally trying to put some gaps in there to make sure that when we leave one large event with a group, that we're not sending that same kicker team back to another large group with people immediately after in case something happens. So unfortunately, we are still supporting financially and with prizes and everything, Slamology as an event, but we are not going to be there in person as a company. Unfortunately, we've got an event right prior to that, and we got an event that falls right after that, and we had to make a hard decision. So we pulled out of Slamology as far as attendance, but we are supporting Slamology completely financially. We committed to them. We committed to last year's show that didn't happen, and we went ahead and committed to this year's show. So we are supporting the show financially, with prizes, with gifts, everything. We are a supporting sponsor, but unfortunately, we're not going to be at the show. So if anyone's been planning on that, unfortunately, we've had to pull the plug on that as far as us attending. So there you go on that. Good question, Andy, and thank you for asking that. Anyone's tuned in, that's good information for them. Bye, Kevin. Yeah, everyone tune in. Like I said, Thursday. Hey, Jimmy Pittman, good to see you, man. How you doing this afternoon? Maybe we can have one at hey, Steve? Maybe. That is a good possibility, Steve. I think we can probably make that happen. That would be a great idea to have that at your show. So you and I are going to, I owe you a call, Steve. You and I will discuss that in the call. John Carey, make some 18s again. John, there's been a lot of requests for an 18-inch Solo X. As you know, the L7X, which is the new, bigger, badder, faster, louder version to replace the Solo X. Solo X is still, it says Solo X on the driver, but Solo X is now the name for the family of products. And here's the wink. I did say family of products, so remember that. But L7X is the first thing to hit in that family, and that's going to be available in a 10, 12, and a 15. We have had a lot of requests through the show, Kicker Unmasked live weekly, and of course through social media, people asking for an 18. Of course, one of the most adamant people asking for an 18 is your own Living Loud with Andy McGill. He has an old style Solo X18 in his car. So I'm not saying that we aren't going to come out with an 18 in the L7X, or that we won't consider an 18-inch size. It's just that right now it's not in the roadmap, but there's a lot of people asking and we pay attention. So that's the best, without giving you the patented wink. I'm going to give it to you anyway. Yeah, we hear you that you'd like to see an 18 in that. And so nothing on the table right now, but you never know. We definitely make decisions on the fly. So you never know. We could have an announcement on Kicker Unmasked Live Weekly one night that's telling you we're doing an 18. But you guys stay tuned in to see if we're going to do that. But keep the feedback coming, guys, because it is important. As a company, we're very humbled by this, and we mean it. The feedback you offer us through these social media channels and through this show, we take it to heart, and we use this in our evaluation process. So doing this show for you guys, we love having great content for you, but understand it's a two-way street, and we appreciate the feedback that you give us. Call it constructive criticism. It's great when we hear we're doing things great. I mean, everyone loves to get an attaboy on the back, but when we hear the things that you'd like to change or something you were maybe disappointed in, we want to hear that as well. So we're big boys. We can take it. Tell us that. Mark G, some version of Compline 18s would cool as well. Mark, that conversation has come up as well, and I'm not going to tease you because I really don't know if we'll do that, but that has actually been a conversation about bringing back a round 18. Now, whether it be a Comp 18 or a Comp R18 or a Comp Q18, who knows where it would go if we did it, but we have discussed that. It's kind of interesting. There's a resurgence. There's a lot of people wanting that larger format driver now. I mean, there was a long time where just 18s and 15s, honestly, were not that popular size in the whole industry. And I'm not saying that people didn't buy or want 15s or 18s. I'm just saying as far as you look at the sales and how many people want a larger format driver, they just weren't there. But in the last year or so, we're seeing a resurgence in larger format drivers. So yeah, it's a great idea. We might consider that. A more powerful key amp, Spaz. Hey, I'm going to call you out. I know you're not up on the screen, but more powerful key amp will be a massive seller to run your QS speaker. Spaz, we know that. A lot of people have asked not just for bigger key products, but they've actually asked for a key 5-channel. And the thing for us, we make the Key 501 and we make that Key 200.4, and they're so small that you can put them together, and it's basically a 4-channel amp in a much smaller package. We can kind of understand people want that in one shell, but on our standpoint, in a lot of cases, it's easier to put it in 2 packages because in a lot of cases, maybe the 4-channel amp ends up in the front of the car under a seat, and it's hooked back up into the factory wiring that's running the 4 speakers in the car, and then the 500-watt amp ends up back in the trunk or the hatch or wherever it might be because it's connected closer to the subwoofer. So we kind of feel like what we've got, if you want a 5-channel, you just buy those 2 pieces and you have a 5-channel. But larger key amps or maybe a key processor so you could use whatever amp size you wanted, that might be a good idea. So stay tuned. We're always listening to that kind of feedback.
I'll tell you what would be a great idea is if we could shoot the teaser.
You know, Ernie, hey, Ernie, are you really working? I mean, show the crowd. Are you really working? I mean,
Now the boss is back here, and I don't know what he's here for. He never comes in here, and I'm a little concerned. So would you please just come on? Let's go.
well, I'll wrap it up here. We'll go. I actually want them to show them what you're doing back there. I want them to see what you're doing.
I'm waiting on you.
No, show them there.
This right here, guys, see, I've got work to do. This is the gap.
Show them. Hey, show them the video. Bring them up on the screen. Show them the video you're working on. There you go.
Another one we do today. That's right.
Okay, hey, leave that up there a second, guys. This is the newest version of Dumb and Dumber, because if you don't look at those 2 knuckleheads and see Dumb and Dumber Part 3, I don't know what you're thinking. Yes. The answer is yes. That's Dumb and Dumber right there. That's awesome.
I got work to do. Let's go.
Okay, guys, seriously, we just wanted to come drop in real quick live this afternoon. Like I've told you in the past, we'll do these randomly. We'll stop in. It's good to see you all in the feed. Good thing about it is it kind of prompted Jeremy. We are going to apparently do another pizza giveaway, so that's cool. So look in the next few days. We'll probably do another live feed in the afternoon to announce that we're doing that and get that contest kicked off. Dab-a-day. Hello, everyone. Kip pumping out the streams. What a hardworking guy. Man, it doesn't really seem like work. I really enjoy what we do, but thank you for saying that. I'm humbled by that, man. I really am. We just try to come up with stuff that is interesting for everyone out there, and so your feedback's important, so keep it coming. The contest is rigged at Kicker Fanboy Friday. Love you. Bobby, the contest, you know what? This will be the final thing. Also, can we call these small streams Kipper Snacks? Oh, Tony. Okay, Ernie. Okay, so I come into work one day, and this is quite a few years back, and Ernie and I mean, we've been friends for quite a few years, but Ernie and I have really gotten tight over the last year and a half because of what we're doing with Unmasked, and I think Ernie and Jeremy and myself have all kind of formed a deeper respect for each other and what we do and what we know and what we can bring to the table. But before that, I mean, Ernie and I were always friends, and Ernie came in one day, and man, he thought he was the coolest guy on planet Earth. He was just Joe Cool. He comes up and he says, you know what? He says, I got a new nickname for you. He said, you know what I'm talking about? He said, it's this little can you open up. Said, they're called Kipper Snacks. And it's these little fish. And Ernie just, man, he thought he was sitting on top of the world. And what I didn't want to tell him is I've probably heard every joke about Kip that can be made, but what I will say is since we've started doing Unmasked Live and I've been, kind of participating in a lot of the other shows that I'm an enthusiast about, you guys are great at coming up with Kipisms. I'm going to have to start a book. I think I'm going to have to write down every single one that comes along, but that's funny that you brought that up. That's hilarious. So what was it? There was a question there and I missed it. Kipper Snacks. I know I can't even think now because of Kipper Snacks. It's crazy. Oh, the contest. Bobby, yes. What we need to, we're not as forthcoming as we should be in that contest, so I'm just going to tell you right now, the contest is rigged every Tuesday, but it's not rigged the way you think. We actually have a couple guys, Deviant for Life and Deviant and 25 Hertz to Life, and actually we've actually programmed into the Gleam selection system that if it picks their names, they're just put back into the pool and we don't allow them to win. So it is rigged, but not the way you think. We just exclude 2 people from the drawing, so... Tony, it's strange. It is strange without Deviant here. It's kind of funny. We had no idea we'd tune into this quick blurb here. We just wanted to go live. We rigged it at Tony. That's true. It's all rigged. But, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. We hope you enjoy the content every Tuesday night. Any ideas or suggestions? Seriously, throw them out at social@kicker.com or include them in the feed. We love you guys for tuning in and appreciating the content. Ernie and Jeremy back there, I'm going to have to wrap this up or else Ernie is going to kill me because we got to get the teaser shot for next week and get that in the can so Bill can get that on social. So with that said, hey Ernie, you got anything to add?
Let's go to work.
Let's go to work. Guys, have a great afternoon. Glad we got to catch you for a little bit. We will see you soon. Look forward to the pizza contest coming. That's all courtesy of JW. Thanks, man. JW, we appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have a great afternoon. Catch you soon.